This is Adam. Adam is a nice and kind-hearted child. He lives with his parents and his sister Sarah. He is very attached to his favorite toy and never lets go of it. From the outside, Adam looks like any other child of his age. However, on the inside, he is a very special kid. Adam has a diagnosis called autism. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is an interesting and complicated condition that makes people who have it see things differently to what you and I see. How different, you say? Let us explain. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects the normal functioning of the brain. It belongs to a very wide spectrum of disorders, therefore each person might behave quite distinctively. The basic challenge for people with ASD is to create meaningful relationships. The lack of social skills and inability to interact becomes a struggle. Very often people with ASD choose to engage with static objects and toys, as these are more predictable and less challenging than relationships that we are used to. The inability to keep eye contact is one of the most notable signs of a person suffering from ASD. We are used to thinking that looking into one's eyes helps us to create a better understanding between each other. People with ASD struggle to understand common social settings and intentions behind the spoken words. Showing empathy to others is demanding, not because they do not care, but because the impaired functioning of the brain causes inability to connect complex information gathered from conversations or general external experiences. Also, it is problematic to understand one's own feelings and express them in a socially acceptable way. Sometimes it requires a lot of effort and training to reach comforting results. The way people with autism act might be unusual and surprising for us, but we have to understand that repetitive actions bring calmness and stability to them. A child might spend the day continuously rotating the wheel of a toy car, be fascinated while ordering a number of colored cubes, or captivated by flashing lights. People with ASD very often experience sensations in a different way than we are used to. A simple touch can be a painful physical experience. A sudden change in the environment can cause a powerful reaction. The sensory world of autistic people is very fragile, and sudden change of light, smell, sound, or temperature might sometimes destruct their very tiny comfort zone. For this reason, it is understandable that any change in the routine is not easily accepted. At the end of a day, we all behave in a way that makes sense to us. Probably this feature makes us all comparable, right? But it is important to realize that our brain is still quite unique and different. Thus, the people who have ASD are no exception. Some of them have mild symptoms of the syndrome, while others show severe ones. What is the cause of autism, you ask? This is a good question, and a difficult one indeed. There have been many theories about the causes of this condition, but researchers have yet to find a conclusive one, if at all it exists. However, recent mounting evidence indicates that abnormalities on the genetic level severely disrupt how the developing brain circuits organize themselves during the first years of life. As a result, that process may cause ASD. There is some respectable research done finding autism as an inheritable disorder. So what about the treatment of autism? There are many therapies created to help overcome challenges related to autism. For example, behavioral interventions are widely spread within a network of support for people with ASD. It is also witnessed that the whole package of different supportive facilities can contribute a lot to great changes. Sensory intervention, adjusted diet, loving and supporting surroundings, and therapies which are child-centered and correspond to very individual profiles. Let's get back to Adam. Unfortunately, some people might believe that unique personalities like Adam do not feel nor experience the common emotions such as love, happiness, sadness, and pain. This is a complete myth. We all have feelings. We all experience emotions, and sometimes we all struggle to control them. Expressing emotions and putting feelings into words is a challenge, and the way people with ASD deal with it is more difficult than we would like to see. Therefore, we believe that this difficult route should and could be improved and eased. With some love, help, and support, Adam can live a happy and productive life without experiencing stigmatizing views from the surroundings created by us.